Rise and shine, beautiful people. Let's get on in here. Let's do this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rise and shine. Good morning, Angela. Good morning. It's going to be a great day. Hello, Nicole. Dive on in here. Come on in, Linda. Good morning. Good morning. It is July 1st. Can y'all believe it, Sophia? God bless you. It is July 1st. I don't know if you feel what I feel, but let me tell you something. I know the clock is ticking. Oh, my. The clock is ticking, and we got to get up and get to stepping. Before you know it, 2020 would be gone. It's going to be gone. Okay? This year is about to be over in a few months. And man, you all know me, man. I'm on the hustle, okay? I am pushing. Why am I pushing? Because I believe days are expensive. Okay? I believe days are expensive, Angela. A day wasted is a day you will never have again. And so I believe it's important for us to be strategic. I believe it's important for us to be very intentional about everything we do. Do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. Listen, I need you to invite somebody to be a part of this because it's July 1st, okay? It's July 1st. I think it's important for us to start the month off correctly. And I want to talk about something that I thought, for the past couple of days, I've been self-examining myself, and I realized over the years that I didn't thought I was good enough. And I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about the idea of understanding that you're good enough. Okay? You're good enough. And I'm going to dive into that a little bit deeper than just simply saying that. And so invite somebody to be a part of this live this morning. As a matter of fact, share it, do a watch party, tag somebody, as I've seen some of you guys already doing. Let me tell you something. Together, we're going up. Okay? Together we're going up, and we ain't never coming down because our minds are being changed and our lives are being developed in direct proportion of where we're saying we're trying to go. So I need you to tag somebody. I need you to maybe invite somebody. I need you to share. And then whenever I say something, let's establish some protocol. Let's establish some fun ways of doing these in the morning. If I say something you agree with, listen, just give me some thumbs up and some hearts. It'll help your boy out, okay? It'll help your boy out. But I've come to realize that it is possible to live for a long time, Linda. Yep, next stop, the top. We are going up. We're going up, Gina. Kimberly, we're going up. We ain't never coming down. We've tapped into something together. Okay, we have tapped into something together, and I believe those of you that are committed to making the rest of your life the best of your lives, you're not going to allow this to be a pop in and pop out type of experience on a weekly basis. It's free content challenging you to get your minds right in relations to who you are, where you're going, and what you're about. Okay, so don't you allow yourself to start and stop. Do you know how many people find themselves not accelerating at the level that they are supposed to within a given month, within a given year, because they're not consistent? Okay, they're not even consistent when it comes to their personal development. They're not consistent when it comes to the renewing of their minds. But today, I wanted to talk about the idea that I'm good enough. I want to talk about the idea that you're good enough. Okay? Oftentimes, we say we're good enough. We argue with people saying I'm good enough. But the truth is there are a lot of internal struggles and challenges and poor levels of conditioning that actually have us sabotaging ourselves to believe internally we're really not good enough. Even though we may talk big, bad, and bold that we're good enough, man, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people struggling with self-identity. There are a lot of people who are insecure. There are a lot of people who have internal fights within themselves, and they don't believe. Ricardo, how do you know? I can tell you guys, years ago, I found myself having what I prayed for and was questioning how I got it. Okay? Years ago, I found myself walking on stages. Years ago, I saw myself being promoted and featured in magazines. Years ago, I turned on the TV and, oh, that's me. and I'm blown away, and I'm feeling small, and I'm feeling inadequate, and I'm feeling how, and I don't know, and oh my goodness, and it was just mess. I can remember the year was 1999, and for some of y'all, that seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't so much of a long time ago. 1999, I was in Youth Parliament in the Bahamas. This is the Chamber of Government, okay? I was in Youth Parliament, and I was representing the constituency Marathon, which was the former minister Algernon Allen, okay? The Honorable Algernon Allen was the minister for that area. And I remember being a young street thug, had gotten my life cleaned up, and I'm now in church, and I'm growing in Christ, and I found myself elevating and coming up, and I didn't know what was happening. All I knew was I was in my lane. All I knew was I was gifted with something that literally was bringing forth massive life to me and those around me. And so doors started opening. I found myself in the newspaper. I found myself on radio programs. I found myself being called in by major companies wanting to support the work we were doing with young people. Eventually, I found myself in the House of Assembly. I found myself in the seat where government laws, where the country's laws are made. And I was sitting in there, and I remember looking at all of the other students in Youth Parliament that year. And a lot of those guys have gone on to do incredible things with their lives and their professions and so forth. But I remember sitting in there and thinking, why am I here? I don't think I'm qualified to be here. Not only was I in Parliament, when the broadcast came on for the news that evening, they featured me. They featured what I was saying in Parliament on the news. Sheila Walker, good morning. Sheila is so faithful to invite and share. Listen, they featured me, Gina, on the news. I mean, this is 1999. I'm blown away. My mama is seeing me on the news. My aunties are seeing me on the news. And this boy is in a suit. This boy is wearing a nice tie. I look like I was born for Parliament, okay? I had looked like I was born for Parliament. But here's what I discovered. Even as I was speaking in the House of Assembly in the Bahamas, okay, I found myself struggling with the belief that I was qualified to be there. Okay? I struggle with the belief that I was qualified to be there. Let me plug this in. Listen, let's go ahead and meet a goal today, a quota goal. Let's see if we can reach 40 visual persons being a part of this live this morning. Invite somebody and share, and let's see if we can crank this bad boy up, because I'm on fire this morning. I feel like it is July 1st. Okay? I feel like it's July 1st, and I believe that somebody needs to know. You went to school and you got the degree. You went and you got the job. You got the salary. You got the home. You're driving the car, and you're still walking around like you're inadequate. You're still not operating like you are enough. You know why? Because unfortunately, in a lot of instances, a lot of people, Franco Charles, a lot of people have not been encouraged to live their lives boldly. A lot of people have not been educated on the importance of unlearning the things they should have never learned in the beginning. So there is some false humility occurring in our world. There is a false humility that's occurring in a lot of people's lives. You are so much more than who you are right now. Let me say that again. You are so much more than who you are right now. See, you got to say that to yourself. Okay? You've got to say that to yourself. I am so much more than who I believe I am right now. Listen, you've got to be on a mission, and you've got to accept. Listen, my car don't make me. My house don't make me. My salary don't make me. My degree don't make me. All right? You got to let yourself know where I live, okay, don't make me. I am so much more than who I am right now, and I'm on a mission. Okay, I'm on a mission. Thank you guys for tagging and sharing. I'm on a mission. I am coming up. Okay, I'm coming up in every area of my life. Listen, I want everybody to say this with me. Tell yourself, listen, I'm good enough. Okay, I need you to capture that right now. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. Oh man, listen, I am good enough. Listen, why am I saying that today? Listen, there are those of you You qualified and you're highly skilled enough to open a Fortune 500 company. You're skilled and you're highly educated to a degree where you should be making six figures by now. You should be making, somebody say, I'm believing God to make 50 grand a month. I love what Gina says. How about, no, somebody said, I would like to make 50 grand a year. Gina said, how about let's make 50 grand a month? Okay, how about that? How about pushing yourself to believe that it can happen to you? It can happen for you, but you got to believe in yourself. Okay, you've got to believe. So I want you to say this with confidence today. I'm enough. I am enough. I am enough. And let me tell you something. Watch this. I am good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm strong enough to win in every area of my life. Listen, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, I'm strong enough to win in every area of my life. Look out, world, here I come. Ho-ho! Listen, man, look out, world, here I come. I am not playing small. I am not being shy. I'm not going to allow anybody to intimidate me. I'm coming for all that's mine, okay? Let me say that again. I'm coming for all that's mine. Let's declare that today. I'm coming for all that's mine. Franco Charles, I'm coming for all that's mine. Angela Nixon, I'm coming for all that's mine. I say what's mine. There are certain things, okay? There are certain things that you are capable of doing. Nobody else can do like you. But when you play small, when you don't understand what you bring to the table, you will allow yourself to show up. Okay, you'll allow yourself to show up within a day and not embrace that day like you're supposed to, Kimberly. You will allow yourself to show up within a month and not embrace that month. Take control of your month. There are certain things you have no control over, okay? But let me tell you something. The things you do have control over, you better come out of the gate roaring. You better come out of July, telling yourself, everything that I did not do in the month of June, I am coming strong and I'm going to double up in the month of July. Yeah, double for my trouble, huh? Come on, double for my trouble. I believe with all my whole heart that the rest of our lives can be the best of our lives. I believe that every day you ought to be laying the bricks that allows you to construct the life that you desire. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking 50 grand a month kind of income rather than 50 grand a year. Why am I thinking so small? Do you know that somebody is living the life that you're qualified to live? Oh my goodness. Let me say that again. Someone is living the life that you are qualified to live. And the only difference is they have accepted their potential and they have been maximizing it. Oh yeah. They have been maximizing it. Someone has exactly what you have in regards to skill set, okay? And they're coming out of the gate every day living the life you should be living. I'm not telling you take what's theirs. I'm telling you go for what's yours. Ho ho! I am telling you, go for what's yours. It's July 1st, and you better come out of the gate roaring. Take your time today and write down a list. Here are some things I'm going to do this month. Here are some things I'm going to do this day. Here are some things I'm going to do over the next few days. Let yourself know, I am not going to be a light hidden. I'm going to be a light on a hilltop. I am not going to be afraid to become the best version of myself. I am not going to be afraid to maximize myself. Watch this, myself. I'm not going to be afraid to maximize my potential to the fullest. I'm going to look in the mirror and say, you was born for this. Oh, listen, you were born for this. No matter what you're going through right now, I want you to feel within you that there is so much more than where you are right now. And all I'm telling you, on July 1st, make a commitment to your future that you refuse to stay in your present and bring it into the future. Tell your future, I'm coming. And it's so much brighter than where I am right now. Listen, your future is there waiting on you, but your future is also tomorrow. Your future is also next week. Your future is also, watch this, next month. But now that we are in July, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Okay? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? I remember someone said that to me, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, in a workshop. I stood there, I asked the question, and I was thinking salvation was sufficient. I thought all I needed to know was Jesus, okay? And I needed to know Jesus, and I needed to have God in my heart. And he said, now that you've given your heart to Jesus, now that you've given your heart to God, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? And it was then that I understood the message of purpose. It was then that I realized when he said, okay, you're 19 right now. If God were to give you 60 more years, what are you going to do with the 60 years? Okay? If God were to give you 60 more years, what are you going to do with the 60 more years? That day changed my life forever. But guess what? I found myself still struggling even though I was excelling. Even though I was doing well to some degree in a lot of areas, Sheila, I was not doing well in proportion to my potential. See, the goal is not to compete with your sisters or brothers. The goal is not to compare yourself with your neighbors. The goal is to wake up every day and say, there's more in me. Come on, declare that today. The goal is to be able to declare there is more in me. And what I'm going to be about, Linda, what I'm going to be about the rest of my life, trying to get the gifting that's in me to come forth. I did not, somebody need to declare it, I did not spend all of that money to go to university only to have a degree, and I don't live up at the level that reflects my degree. I did not read all of them books to only live a life of mediocrity and low standard living. No. I did not register to go to Ricardo's webinar, I bought the guy's book. I've been watching him every morning. As a matter of fact, you need to come to the next webinar this month in July, because here's the deal. This information you're gathering, you're going to use. The information you're gathering, you're going to use, because you got to tell yourself, the goal is not to collect content. The goal is not to become informed only. The goal is to be transformed. Okay? The goal is to be transformed. The goal is to unlearn what you should have never learned in the beginning. The goal is to become the best version of yourself. Come out of the gate on this July 1st roaring. If they haven't seen you before, look out, world, here I come. Let me tell you something. You're enough. You're enough, and if you don't believe you're enough, you're going to play small. If you don't believe you're enough, you'll get pushed away from the table. If you don't believe you're enough, you won't even have a seat at the table. I'm telling you guys, you got to own up to maximizing your potential. Okay? You got to own up to maximizing your potential. You got to come out of the gate every morning telling yourself, oh, I've been given another day, baby. I've been given another day. I have been given another month. Oh my goodness. I've been given another day. I've been given another month. I've been given another year. But Ricardo, we're still in a pandemic. Ricardo, Texas is shutting down. Ricardo, the world has been disrupted, and this COVID-19 has thrown off everything. Yes. But you got to be adaptable, baby. You got to be adaptable. You got to be a samurai warrior. You got to be a ninja, man. You got to tell yourself, listen, I got what it takes to survive whatever comes my way. I've got what it takes to survive whatever comes my way. They lay me off, I'll figure out something. Listen, man, they increase the price, I'm going to figure out something. Things are shifting in the community, I'm going to figure out something. Why? I'm capable of succeeding at whatever presents itself to me in my lifetime. You were born for this time. Okay? You were born, destined, and even trained and highly skilled to master this season. What happens is most of us don't believe in ourselves. Okay? They don't believe in us. And I need you to know you're enough. You're enough to survive 2020. You're enough to survive this pandemic. You're enough. Listen, you could do the thing that you were born to do, but you got to believe that you can do it. I'm labeling this month no excuses. Okay? No excuse. All right? No excuses, man. No excuses. I'm going to do a training to help people to figure out how to live beyond those crippling effect of excuses, man. You got to tell yourself, I was born for this time. Okay? This time won't break me. This time will make me. Okay? This time won't break me. This time will make me. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make the rest of my life the best of my life. Let's all declare no excuses. Come on. No excuses. No excuses. I'm good enough. Okay, don't you dare. Don't you dare play small. Don't you dare not show up. Don't you dare not embrace who you are. Come on, no excuses in July. No excuses. And if you're struggling with excuses, I'm not smart enough. Okay, I don't look right. Okay, I don't know enough people. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I'm going to help you out this month. I'm going to help you out this month. What I'm doing today, they said I'm not qualified to do. And I got people who will try to ignore me, but I'm still coming up. I got people who think I'm not the guy who they think I need to be in relations to what I'm doing. But guess what? It don't matter. As long as you know you're the guy. As long as you know you're the woman. As long as you know this is what I was born to do. And I wasn't born to do it like you. I wasn't born to do it like you. I'm not going to even try to show up and be you. I'm going to be me. I'm going to learn how to be the best version of myself. Look out, world, here I come. Come on, somebody ought to declare July is going to be my month of maximum performance. Oh, July is going to be my month of maximum performance. Push it to the next level. You're not old. You got time working in your favor. If you're going to have the entire month, why not do something with it? As I bring this to a close, I want you to know, man, I am praying for you. I'm believing that you are going to see who you are and you're going to capitalize on the fact I am good enough. I am good enough. And I'm good enough. And I'm not going to lie to me and allow myself to have an excuse that will cause me not to capitalize on what I've been given. You have been given time. You have been given potential that needs to be maximized within that time frame. Don't play small. Step aside now everything that was trying to hold you back up to this point and tell yourself, I am about to make my life the better life. I'm going to construct my life to be what it needs to be. Declare, I am good enough. I'm good enough for an upgrade car. I'm good enough to have my home remodeled. I'm good enough to buy a house. Come on, I'm good enough to start that business. I am good enough for a healthy relationship. I'm good enough for my children to excel. I'm good enough to move out of that neighborhood. I am good enough to write a book. I'm good enough to have a bestseller. I am good enough to be profound. I'm good enough to get an increase. I am good enough, man. I am good enough. And until you start saying that to yourself, let me tell you something. Once you've been introduced to an idea, like I'm saying right now, someone, Melissa, will come and say, now don't get a little haughty now. Don't let this stuff get to your head. Get out of my face. Do you know the struggle that I fought to live up to the point of who I am today? Do you know I struggle with people calling me big head and calling me big nose and saying, oh, I don't like his accent, and oh my goodness, how he mispronounced this and how he said that, and oh my goodness, how much he sweats, and all the people got all kinds of opinion and they ain't doing nothing. You got to tell yourself, I'm going to do something. And then watch this. Those who are assigned to come into your life and help you get better, they're going to challenge you. They're going to push you to improve. And I want you to embrace those challenges. When people come into your life and they're pushing you to improve, embrace those people. But those people who are trying to stun your growth, those people who are trying to criticize your evolving, those people who are the problem with you learning how to live better within the days you have been given, you got to learn to start snipping some relationship and start backing off from some folks, because days are expensive, beautiful people. Days are expensive. You got to tell yourself, I'm not living for you, okay? I'm not living for my mama. I'm not living for my daddy. I'm not living even for my children. I'm not even living for my neighbors. I'm not living for my boss. Listen, I am so much more than anything anyone could think of me. I got to be in direct proportion to what the Creator says of me. And once God is pleased with me, it is possible for everybody that I referred to just now to actually have a problem with you. But I'm telling you, until you learn to be okay with you're going to have a devil assigned to distract you and to bring you back into place to believe you are nothing more than what everybody else is. But you're more. You're so much more. And if you look over your life and see the things you've survived and the things you have done up to this point, you should be walking with a little bit more confidence. You should be capitalizing a little bit more on your potential. You're a little bit too talented and broke. You're too skilled and too affiliated with good people to not be further than where you are right now. The question is, why am I not where I should be? The question is, I got the gift, I've gotten the education, I've gotten the exposure, but I've been stuck for a while. I've been stuck for a while. Why have I been stuck for so long? I'm getting older, okay? There are other 44-year-olds in this world who own islands. There are 44-year-olds who got millions. There are 44-year-olds. I'm talking about owning plazas. And I was telling someone the other day, I'm looking into this property in the Bahamas, and I'm looking into some investment here in the Dallas area. And here's what they said to me. I got to bring it home. Here's what they said to me. Oh my goodness, you're doing great. That's next level. That ain't no next level. That's introductory level, okay? That is not next level. All that is introductory level. 2 property, 3 property, it's not next level. It's introductory level. There is so much more, but we've been conditioned to play small. And you got to tell yourself, I'm enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough to be all that I was created to be. I need you to walk away with that today. I am good enough to be all that I was born to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the rest of my life learning how to become the best version of me, and I'm going to remove all of the limitations that have held me down for years. There are so much limitations that have been programmed within us that we don't pay attention to. You are enough. I'm enough. Tell yourself, I'm good enough. I'm good enough to be the person that I was born to be, and I'm not going to allow anything to stop me. It's July 1st, y'all. It's July 1st. You better get up this morning and tell yourself, I'm going to make something happen today. No excuses. No more excuses. That's what it's all about. No more excuses. I'm going to help some of y'all. Some of you guys this month need to join my coaching program. Some of you guys need to pick up my latest book, Effective Living. Some of you guys are going to need to register to my upcoming webinar, No More Excuses. You know you're qualified for it, but you haven't been getting it because something's off. And I'm telling you, you got to learn to figure out the combinations to the lock so you can get access to everything behind the door. I'm Coach Ricardo saying, make it a great day, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.